The Executive Director of Psychospiritual Institute of Nigeria, Reverend Father George Ehusani, has advocated for a paradigm shift in the way Christians handle their parenting responsibilities, stating that with the new social media penetration, parents must prioritize time for their children in order to raise them in the way of the Lord. Father Ehusani stated this in an interview with the Catholic Television of Nigeria in Abuja.
If the future is going to be better, if we are to save our children and children's children, then we need a new form of parenting, a more committed, more deliberate, more devoted approach to parenting. We need mothers and fathers that know that the future of the world will depend on the example that they give today. Because with parents hardly spending 10 minutes with children, when children are spending 10 hours before internet, you can't get much out of that. So you will need parents to make sacrifices for the sake of the future. I mean, we're already seeing it, that many parents are old and they are not happy with the turn of events with their children or their grandchildren. So if you want in your old age to be a happy person, what gives joy to many people in their old age is when they look at their children, when they look at the progress of their children in every respect, when they see that, okay, they are Christians, but that their children are living good Christian lives, are representing them well, then they are happy. But if they see that their children are living criminal lives, are living senseless lives, are living meaningless lives, no matter how successful they have been in life, they will be very sad.
Father Ehusani, who doubles as the Executive Director of Luxterra Leadership Foundation, also raised concerns on the future consequences of allowing children to be trained by the social media if parents derail from their responsibilities as caregivers.
So it is to warn and caution and call and plead with parents to invest all their resources, invest their time, invest their money, invest everything to ensure that they bring up children in the ways of God, that they bring up children who have a sense of what life means, children that will not end up following the celebrities who have no values to teach. They should so invest in children that even when the children go out tomorrow and with all kinds of influences in the secondary school, in the university, they will say, no, that's not what my father taught me. No, that's not what my mother taught me. And they are seeing that the values that the mother taught, the values that the father taught, those values are helping the father and mother to live meaningful lives. They can see the unity, the love between husband and wife, between their parents, and they would want to live like that in spite of hearing of baby mamas all over the place, in spite of hearing of people living irresponsible lives, life of adultery, if their parents have been a very strong influence for them, then it will help to protect them against all the influences. They say if a tree is not well rooted, then any wind will come and blow it. But a tree that is well rooted, Iroko tree that is well rooted, baobab tree that is well rooted, no matter the wind. So that rooting comes from correct parenting, deliberate parenting, good Christian parenting. Part of what government can do is legislation is to protect parents, to protect the family life. There's a lot of influences that are coming now, especially from the West, trying to put pressure on governments to legislate abortion, to legislate LGBT, a lot of things that are aimed at destroying the human family. A lot of pressures are coming. I mean, if you look at what is happening in Uganda, in Ghana, even in our place, a lot of influences were coming from the West to destroy the family. It is for government to recognize that we have our own cultural values. We have our own religious values. We are a religious people, Christians and Muslims, and there are certain things that are sacred to us for them to stand firm. One, also to create situations where family life can be more comfortably lived.